Okay, you guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to integrate ClickFunnels and Infusionsoft with a web form, a ClickFunnels web form, to an Infusionsoft web form that works with affiliate links. So I'm going to go in my Infusionsoft. I have a campaign called Small Business Rocket Launcher. As you guys already know, we meet at 7:30 a.m. Pacific every Thursday. If you just Google this, it'll show up all throughout the United States. It's SEO'd that way. So anyhow, I'm going to click on this, and you're going to notice there's no web form in here. So I'm going to go in this campaign. There's just a tag. So I'm going to add this web form in here. I'm going to connect it up here, although I don't really need to because I'm not going to use this. Okay. So here's the deal with what you need to do on the Infusionsoft side is everything on the Infusionsoft, when it comes to requirements, if I make the first name required, it needs to be required on the ClickFunnels side as well. So if I was to make a bigger click form with a bigger web form with a lot of other information in here, then it's going to have to be required or not required. So you're gonna have to keep track of that. So right here, I have first name. I wanna have first name and email in my ClickFunnels web form. So I'm gonna click here. By default, the first name is on is required. I don't want it to be required. So I'm gonna turn it off here and then I'm gonna save. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the thank you page, and the thank you page, I'm gonna have it redirect to another web address, okay? And I'm gonna have it, I would have it be the next step in a ClickFunnel if I'm making a really complicated funnel, but we're just gonna do MSN because it's easy to spell and it's not really dramatic, okay? In the settings, I wanna turn off the CAPTCHA and all this other stuff you guys know about. Now, here's the thing with the code. I wanna grab the HTML right here, and I already did this in another video and I messed up. So I'm gonna go here, and this is an empty form. As you see, I say new, there's nothing in there. Okay, this is just a new form. So I'm going to copy all the code in here. And what I like to do is I like to hit enter a few times and then scroll up. And then I'm going to paste all that HTML code in here. I'm going to go to the very top of this and I need to rip out all of the script. So I'm going to go to the top of this form and hit Control F, type the word script. And here's the first part of the script here. So one of the things I like to do is I like to make a few spaces here. I'm going to show you why in a second, because there's going to be three things in here. So I'm going to go find the next, and I'm going down, and there's the next one, and it ends right here, but a new script starts right there, and it looks like that ends right there. So I'm going to take that all out, and I'm going to delete this. Now, you got to be a little technically savvy to understand what I just did. Okay, here's the next script. You can see I have another script there. So I'm going to separate that from up here. And I'm going to find the next one. Okay, so there's the next one, but it's not the end. So here's the one that's the end. So I'm going to take this script out. And look, it goes all the way up here. This is why I leave this space so that I can see there's a lot of code in there. So I'm going to take this. And I'm going to come up to here. I'm going to delete all that, okay? I know I'm going fast, but just stay with me. I'm going to go to the next one, and then I can see all this last bit. It's all script. Boom. So now all the script is removed from here, okay? So now I'm going to take this out of draft mode. I'm going to come back, take a look at it. I got first and last name. First and last name. First name is not required. The email is required by default. I have this redirecting to MSN. I have the CAPTCHA disabled. And now here's the part that everyone forgets. I'm going to hit publish. Yay. And the video may actually work this time. So I'm going to go ahead and publish this. And then it looks good. So I'm going to exit out Small Business Rocket Launcher. And of course, as you already know, we meet at 7:30 a.m. Pacific every day. Just Google Small Business Rocket Launcher. It will come to the top of Google. 7:30 a.m. Pacific every Thursday. Okay, so now I'm going to go in here. So this is a template. This is, of course, ClickFunnels. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to edit this page. Now in here, this is a template, so it comes standard like this, okay? Now, if you want to know how to make a web form, I'm going to make one really quick down here and then I'm going to delete it. So I'm going to add a new section. Now, the way ClickFunnels works, they don't call them web forms, okay? What they do is they call them input forms. So what you do to make a new form is I'm going to add an element, and you're going to see right here, it's called input. It's not called web form. Took me forever to figure that out. So I'm going to put in input. You'll see it's an email address. Now, if I want the first name, I'm going to click here, and now I got 2 email addresses. I'm going to click in the top one, or I can click on this little gear right here. It'll pop this over, and I could say first name here, and then I'm going to type first name here, because this is going to be what's inside the field. And remember how I said required, not required? You need to remember, these need to match up or it's not going to work. So you could tell that my first name is not required, as I said at the beginning of the video. And here, the email address, when I set this to email address, you'll notice that this automatically goes to required and you can't change it. Okay, so it's required, it's grayed out, can't change that. Okay. Now, here's another thing that messes you up. When you make a web form, you're like, well, wait a minute, how do I get this to submit? So you need to make a submit button. Now, what we're not going to do is, this is an input form, so I'm not going to clone this. I'm actually going to add another new element. I'm going to go down to button. I'm going to click on the button. The button is right there, and I'm going to set the action. So when I click on this, it brings this over. I'm going to say submit form. Okay, just like Infusionsoft, you don't save, you just click away and it automatically saves that. Okay, so this will, and then I could change the text of that and I could do all this other stuff. Okay, now I'm going to actually delete all this because I wanted you to know how to make a form. But we're just going to use the template that comes with it. So this is a gorgeous form. I don't need the phone number, so I'm going to delete the phone number. Now I got full name and email. So I'm going to click in here, and this is full name, enter full name. And remember, it's not required. It's not required on my end. So on the Infusionsoft side, now I'm going to click on email. I'm going to verify what it says there. It says email address. Realize it says required, and this is get your free quote today. I actually want to say sign me up, right? Exclamation point. Doesn't really matter, but there. Now I have the button. So I'm going to save that. Now comes the integration part, which is really simple. See how beautiful and gorgeous this web form is? This is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to click over here. I'm going to go to integrations, and I'm going to now realize I'm not integrated with anything, not ActiveCampaign, Infusionsoft, nothing. So I'm going to go to integrations, and I can choose ActionEdX or Infusionsoft, but I'm going to click null, because I made that, I have this code right here, and I'm going to say select integrator, and it's going to be existing, right? So I got to paste that code there. So I'm going to take all this code that I made before, and you guys, I'm going to hit Control A and Control C. I'm going to paste it in there, right? Now that it's pasted in here, I'm going to say parse and save form. And look at that. Now that it's parsed, you can see that I have the first name and the email. So I have first name there and email. Now in Infusionsoft, I have first name and email. Remember, first name is not set as required, but email is. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to say that's first name. I'm going to say that's email. Okay. Now remember, just like Infusionsoft, there's no place to really click save in this area. So that might be a little confusing. Notice it says connected up here. So I am integrated. I'm going to click save here. So remember, I published the web form. I saved this. And just for time's sake, I already created a web form, an affiliate link for this. I made it for my mentor, Craig Jacobson, who's pretty much the smartest man in the room, any room you go in. So we're now going to go up here, and we're going to put that affiliate link, and we're going to click. And it should hopefully come to this form right here. So this is the template. This is the form we have set up. So in here, I'm going to have I'm going to put the name of Abraham, and I'm going to say abraham@lincoln.com. Hopefully I've never used that before. I don't think I have. Then I'm going to say sign me up, and hopefully this will go to MSN. So let's click. Oh, nice. So the funnel's working. So now comes the hard part. This is where I get really super nervous. I'm going to go back to my Infusionsoft, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to check out and see if Abraham Lincoln is in here. So let's go to the email. I'm going to search Abraham. And of course it would do that during my video because I'm impatient. So let's just search Abra. There's Abraham Lincoln. I'm going to click on this. Let's see if the affiliate link worked. We're going to come down here to referral partner. There's Craig Jacobson. So that's how you do it, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below. Let me know what you think about this, or if you have any questions, and I'll upload this to YouTube, and I'll leave it there for everyone to enjoy and learn from in the future. All right, you guys, have a great day. We'll talk soon.